Welcome yogis, Susan Smelt here. I am going to deliver a gentle yoga class for beginners today. So we are going to see if we can't create some never better moments that we could share. So go ahead, I've got some props today. You can use things that are in your house. I am actually sitting on 2 blankets. You could sit on a bolster or pillow. It's just sometimes nice to get your hips a little higher than your knees. I've also got a strap that we're going to use. You could use a belt, a towel, a shirt, anything will do. And I'm going to use some blocks today, which could be replaced by books or anything that could elevate the floor up, or you can just not have any props. That is always an option. So come with me to a comfortable, easy seat. Let your hands kind of slide on the caps of your knees. Close your eyes when you get there. And collectively, let's all take a nice deep breath in. See if you can sit up a little bit taller. Breathe in, let the crown of the head lift. Sip your breath all the way to the top. Cap it off. Sigh it out your mouth. Now, keeping your hands where they are, just begin to rotate your head right around your neck. Now you can keep your eyes closed and make that conscious decision to allow any tension that's in your face specifically to start to dissipate. So we hold a lot of tension in our jaw, in our tongue, and allow your breath to move very smoothly on the inhale and exhale right through your nose. So it starts to slow down. Your heart rate starts to slow down, that chatter inside your head, whatever it took for you to get here today. Set it aside and then reverse that direction. You can keep your eyes closed. Let any neck areas that might be stuck with tension just start to unravel. Start to roll out to a smooth cadence, activating that samavriti, that sameness in the fluctuations of each of your breaths. Then hold up in stillness. Just sitting up in Sukhasana, a comfortable, easy seat. Sitting as tall as you can with your spine. Still having your hands sliding right on the outsides of your kneecaps, maybe even closer to your shins. Feel the stability and the unwavering connection to the grounding into the element of earth. Let your hands be collected at heart center, and let your chin bow down towards your chest. And today, pursuing peace in our lives, not letting our circumstances control our emotions, letting our decisions control the outcome of our day, deciding right now to put on peace. As your chin bows down towards your chest, should you have a purpose or an intention today for your practice, seal it into your heart. Maybe it's someone who could use a little bit of extra peace and compassion in their life. we can be the ones to go on out and pursue that and help other people in times of need, maybe encouragement, maybe it's a simple call. Just make your mind up to get about the give and pursue peace today. It's one of the quickest pathways outside of our own stuff. Then open your eyes up to a new day. Stretch your arms up high to the sky and just tip up and over. Take your right hand, maybe it's on your blanket or pillow, maybe it's on the floor, and take a nice bend to the right. Now reverse that, tent those left finger pads. You could always have your hand on a block, maybe on the bolster, maybe on the blanket you're sitting on. And then allow this side bend to just go side to side. There is no rush. Lift up and lean. Each time through you start feeling a little more extension in the side ribs, those intercostal muscles, they expand. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling that flow of your breath start to create fluidity in your body, fluidity in your mind, to be able to roll with all of the elements of a day that come upon us. But keep pursuing peace at all costs in your family, in your practice, both on and off the mat. Now, lace your hands behind your back, slide the hands down. Retract your shoulders, bend your arms, and take a gaze up. Now neutralize your spine. Slip that package of your hands into your right hip pocket, ear to shoulder. Let the left shoulder draw down. Now roll your chin to your chest. While your chin is at your chest, slip your hands in your opposite hip pocket. Let that left ear head towards your left shoulder. Draw the right shoulder down. Now come back to the center. Lace your hands, flip them inside out. Round your back and tuck your chin. Roll back on your sits bones. Now bend your arms, lift your heart, even look up. Exhale, push back like cat seated. Inhale, elevate the heart up. Do that again. Exhale, round and roll back. Inhale, lift. Last time. Exhale, push away, round like a cat. Inhale, open your heart. Elevate your arms out and up. Now let your hands come alongside your body. Just unravel your feet and switch the legs. So opposite leg on top. Inhale, stretch up, breathe in. Exhale, take a nice twist, breathe out. Use that left hand to leverage that rotation. Come back up, breathe in. Exhale, wring it out and twist towards the left side of the house. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center in front. Exhale, last time, twist in the opposite direction. Now you're going to go ahead and let your feet transition. I like to shift my knees to the right to find my way. So where we're going is we're going to lay down on our backs. I'm going to use a blanket to rest my head upon, and I'm going to set the other blanket aside, and I'm going to take a hold of my strap. So come with me right down onto your back. Let your head maybe rest on your blanket just to elevate your head and neck just a little bit. Feet are going to be planted to the width of your hips. And you're going to take your strap. The length or loop of your strap is going to depend upon your flexibility. The toes are going to be fanned out. The strap slips on the ball of your foot and your hand heads into that strap, letting your right shoulder head root down. Now as you stretch the right hamstring, pull it in towards your chest on the inhale, you're lightening it up, and then on the exhale, pull in a little bit deeper. Now I've got my left leg bent. You could stay there or slide your left leg long. Inhale, lighten up. Exhale, dive back in. Now use your breath. Inhale, lighten up. Exhale, dive into a deeper expression of the pose. Keep pressing away the ball of the right foot, keeping a nice smooth line on that Achilles. Inhale, lighten up last time. Exhale, draw it in. Now breathe and hold. Now you're going to lighten up and take your right toes out on the diagonal. So they're going to turn externally, rotating this right leg. Left hand right on your hip. Now again, you could either have the left leg bent or straight and start to dive the right leg externally, rotating it on that lateral line of energy. Inhale, lighten it up. Toes dive down. Exhale, dive back in. Inhale, lighten it up. Last time. Exhale, dive back in and hold. If you want more, slide the left leg long, but keep the left hip grounded. Now bend the left leg if it's not. Pull the right leg in. Take both hands on the strap. You're just going to rotate the right leg 6 to 8 inches away from your midline. So it's going to go over to the right and over to the left. Just seeing if we can stretch out some other areas in that right hamstring that haven't been tapped. Now hold up in the right lane, pull the right quad on the outside of your right rib cage. Drive the heel up, breathe in. Hear your breath. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, rise back up. 2 more times. Exhale, draw it back down. Inhale up. Last time. Exhale, pull that quad outside your ribs. Now right here, let the strap be released and take your hands on a bent right shin as you hug it into your heart. Now roll that right hip right into that hip joint, just giving it a little circular mobility. And then reverse that direction. So hanging on to that peace today at all costs. So no matter what anybody says, we're always practicing becoming unoffendable. A lifetime practice so we can pursue that peace in our lives. Slide out the left leg. Use your left hand to roll the right hip over the left. Now shift your gaze in the opposite direction. Just another nice twist of the spine. If you've gone too far and the breath get kinked up, just pull back a little. And then on the exhalation, maybe you dive into a deeper expression of the pose. Now come back onto your back. Just wrap both of your arms around your shins. Pick your head up. Pick your shoulders up. Draw into a little ball. Honoring yourself for unrolling your mat today and making that choice in your life to pursue peace at all costs. So let your left leg lift up. Left hand goes into the strap. Right hand on your hip. Draw the left hamstring stretch as the thigh comes towards your chest. Inhale, lighten up. Keep plugging in that left femur bone. Exhale, pull it back in. If If you want more, the right leg can go long. Inhale, lighten it up. Exhale, dive back in. On the inhale, create space one last time. On the exhale, dive into that space that you've created and hold. Now go ahead and externally rotate the left toes. The hand stays slipped in the strap, and you're going to start to dive the left toes down towards the earth. Now inhale, lighten up, hand on the right hip to keep it grounded. Exhale, dive back down. Do that again. Inhale, lighten up. Exhale, dive, and breathing in the dive, just hold, let the right foot plant. You could even peek at the right toes. Is the foot planted like it's planted and pressing on the front wall, like you're standing up on that right leg? Now, if the right leg is straight, bend it. Take the strap off of the left foot. Go ahead and set it aside. Let your shin be drawn in by your hands, and then roll that hip right around. It's like giving a little massage to that left hip joint, circling it right in there, and then reversing that direction, circumducting that hip joint, getting that mobility right on in. And then so we're not lopsided, grab that strap again and let both hands go onto it and take it from the left to the right. So we want to just travel 6 to 8 inches away. When we get off track in our lives, we just reroute. Just like that GPS, just go back and pick back up where you left off, no worries. Just make that shift left and right. It's not so much how you start, it's how you finish. Now stay in that left lane and draw the left quad down. Inhale, drive the heel back up. Do that again. Exhale that left quad outside your left rib cage. Drive the heel back up on the inhale. Exhale, back down. And then one more time. Inhale, lift up. It's like half of a happy baby. Exhale, draw down and hold. Now when the strap comes off this time and you lace your hands on that left shin, go ahead and pick your head up, pick the right foot up, and just do a little switching side to side. This is a little running yoga style. So just draw the thighs in, just getting a little heat to build up in our practice as you shift side to side. Now let your feet plant, lay your head back down at the width of your mat. Let your arms, if it serves you, create a T. If not, just hands alongside your body. Rinse the knees side to side. So in this rinse, allow any tension that might be in your lower back to dissipate. Let it soften. Keep coming back to your breath in your practice, that samavriti, that smoothness in the fluctuations of each of your breath. Use this rinsing of your knees, just liking it to your windshield wipers on your car. Use it to wash, to cleanse, to purify, and let any kind of angst or worry, anything that could hinder the peace in your day, any offenses, just wash them away with that knowingness that hurting people hurt people. So just rinse that away, and you be the one. Activate today that golden rule where you want to get about the give by treating other people the way you would want to be treated. Let that peace permeate your home. Draw it in. Now, go ahead and tip both of your knees. Kind of shift your feet over to the right. Right arm under your head. Then you're going to use your hands and your forearms to upright your body. Now, I'm going to use a blanket that I folded in quarters. So I'm going to kneel on this blanket. So just go ahead and let some type of padding be beneath your knees. And then the blocks that I have are going to be used. They could be books. Props help you elevate the earth and make your practice a little more accessible. So my knees go to the width of my hips. My hands go on the blocks. You could either point your toes or tuck your toes under. But when you look back, see if you can hide your feet, your shins, your ankles behind your quads. Now exhale as you round, come into cat. Inhale as you arch your back, look up, come into cow. Exhale, come into cat. Inhale, soften and melt, come into cow. Now keep that going. Exhale, pull the navel into the spine. Inhale, soften and melt. A couple more times. Really find that wave of your breath to move through spaces in your body that don't always get connected to your breath. Let the breath rinse, let it cleanse, let it purify. Inhaling good stuff in, exhaling that not so good stuff out. Now neutralize your spine, take your right leg and lift it behind your body. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale, stretch it back long. Do that again, pull the navel in, right knee, right tricep. This time when you stretch it back, left leg pivots, left hand down, right arm up, circle it around, maybe catch a bent right leg. Then release the right hand down, pivot back to the front. Stretch the right heel out as you press it back behind your second and third toe. You can even look back. See a nice stretch of that calf. Stretch it back so far that you pick up the left leg. Take yourself right into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Now in your down dog with your hands on the blocks, it's a nice way to elevate the floor. It's a little easier on your wrists. You keep letting your waistband head back towards your thigh bones. Now all of us together on the in-breath, pick up your heels, breathe in. On the out-breath, breathe out. Hands are the width of your shoulders. Pick the heels up, breathe in. Feet are the width of your hips. Exhale, breathe out, lower back down. One more time right here. Inhale, pick up the heels. Fill the back side of your rib cage with your breath. Exhale, lower your heels back down. Now, inhale, heels lift. Exhale, bend your knees and let them land right back on the blanket. Lift up that left leg. Now you're stretching it back to the back of the house, pulling the belly in, lifting out of that right hip. Left knee, left tricep, tap it high. Inhale, stretch it long. Do it again. Left knee, left tricep, tap it high. Inhale, stretch it back out. Pick up that left arm, bend the left leg, reach back for a Chapasana connection. And then open the heart up. Let the tips of your ears draw back. Let your face soften and breathe. Release it. Let the left hand come down. Look back at the left foot. Stretch that heel out. See if you can let that left calf muscle, find a release. Pick up the right shin, step the right foot back, come in to down dog. Now in your down dog, elevate your right leg up. Pull your right knee to your nose like you're going to kiss your kneecap. Look forward, step the right foot up. Take your blocks and turn them on a higher side. Now check your feet out. They're going to be on train tracks, not a tight rope. The blocks are going to be an extension of your arms, jetting out from your shoulders. So come into a nice lunge. The right knee tracks over the second and third toe. The back heel is over the ball of your foot. Now from here, dip down the left knee. Glide and slide back and forth. So it's a gentle shift, opening up the hips. So that left hip flexor finds a nice stretch. So just glide and slide. Then you're going to glide back. Take the blocks on a walk. Dig in the front heel. Runner's stretch. Ardha Hanumanasana. Dive down. Now on the inhale, rise up. Plant the sole of that right foot back down. Move the blocks forward. Left kneecap lifts. Take the right hand to the right hip. Maybe right arm lifts. If you want more, right arm up and over. Now lower your right hand down. And you're going to take your back leg and hop it up. You can let the blocks go to the sides. Heel toe your feet apart, maybe all the way to the width of your mat. With your knees bent, one hand comes to each bicep. So you're going to just hang in a little ragdoll. Now ragdolls, they just kind of hang out. Ignite a little shift of energy from the soles of your feet. The energy moves up from the earth and out the crown of your head. Holding up in your ragdoll, find stillness. Now shake your head physically back and forth. Any kind of angst or worry, anything that could possibly be troubling you, that is hanging out in between your ears. Any of those offenses, we can't help them from coming in, but we can decide how long they stay. And if we're going to pursue peace, we've got to learn to drop those offenses right out from in between our ears. So spill any worry. Just practice being in the now. Now draw that peace back in, because you're going to make that decision to have peace today, no matter what the external circumstances are. Now go ahead and let your blocks come back in. Heel toe your feet back together to the width of your hips. And then just nice and slowly, hands to hips, rise right up. Nice and slow, let the spine unravel. Stretch your arms up to the sky. Right hand, left wrist, take a nice side bend. Inhale back up, reverse it. Left hand, right wrist, steady your gaze. Inhale back up. Collect your hands as you bow down. Take your blocks back on the flat side. Step the right leg back. Let the left leg join and come back in to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Just move around, take your dog for a walk. Lots of dog walking. Lots of dog walking. Keep lifting the heels, pressing them back, stabilizing your down dog through your hands and your feet, your padas and your hastas. Really find that solid connection. Down dog is known as the home base of your yoga practice. Now inhale the left leg up. Not really high, find balance in the hips. Left knee to your nose, let the back be rounded like cat. Look forward, step that left leg forward. Maybe the blocks come on the high side. Now you're in that lunge. Let that left knee track over the second and third toe. Let the right heel lift over the ball of your foot. Now, from here, go ahead and dip down the back right knee. Take a glide and slide back and forth. So you're just going to use this glide and slide. It's like dental floss for the hips. Just a nice opening of that right hip flexor. Taking your body back and forth. They say a lot of emotional stuff in our lives settles in our hips. So as we move through stretching them, we find ways to allow that energy to shift, to dissipate, and to soften. Now you're going to walk your blocks back a little bit, dig in the left heel, and bow down over that left leg, runner's stretch. Inhale, pick up your heart, breathe in. Exhale, dive back down, breathe out. Now as you lift your heart back up, slide that left foot underneath the left knee. Pick up the right kneecap back to the lunge. Right hand down, left hand, left hip, and then left arm up and over, maybe even reaching overhead. Keeping that long line of energy on the left side body. Now lower down the left hand. Take the blocks back down to the flat side. Step back into down dog. Now pick both of your heels up. Exhale, lower your heels back down. Now you're going to lower down onto your knees. Let your toes tuck under. Walk your hands, take one block with you back towards your thighs. Now you're going to take the one block right in between your thighs, squeeze it in between to find those inner thighs, those adductors being ignited. Tee the arms right here. Lace the hands behind the back. Slide them down the backside. Look up. Now reach the arms back out and up. Keep drawing the block into the midline. Take your hands in your back pockets. Inner thighs draw in, Ustrasana camel. Heart lifts up. Maybe you reach back for your heels. Letting the heart lift. It's more of a lifting pose than a back bending. Release the hands back to the hips. Go ahead, remove the block out. Take the block outside of your mat. Slide the blanket back up to the top so you can lay your head on it. And then you're going to come back around onto your back. Now, once you lay back down, take the soles of your feet together and knees wide. Now, if this is too much, you could always use some of these props. You could take the blocks on the outsides of your thighs. You could tuck blankets, towels, shirts. Left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. So this is called Supta Baddha Konasana, one of the most amazing hip openers that there is. So just find a way to settle right into the earth, opening your heart up to this new day, but making that choice and that decision right here and now to keep that peace in your life, not basing it on our feelings or on our circumstances. If that were the case, it would change every 10 seconds. So take the time to breathe in this place. Practicing that self-control and discipline to stay in this place. In the here, in the now is when we know how. Now there are other options if this hip opener was too much. Just plant your feet to the width of your hips. Bring your knees together. Two more rounds of breath. And then take this opportunity to just slide your legs right on out. You're going to bring your hands alongside your body. You're moving into our final resting pose. Now the nice thing about gentle yoga is Shavasana is a little bit more lengthy. So this is where you can decide. If you have the time today, you can go ahead and pause the video and just stay 5, 10, 15 minutes here in Shavasana. A place where you give yourself total and full permission to rest. We were not called human doings, we're called human beings. So take this time to be. Any thoughts that come into your mind that try to distract you and take you away from a place of peace, just let them pass you by. Then go ahead and invite yourself back into your day by bringing movement back to your fingers and your toes. Knees are going to bend at the width of your hips, and you're going to roll over onto your right side, coming in to that fetal position, that place where it all began. And as you close your eyes, you take time to pause. There is peace when you take the time to draw in and pause. Then with your hands and your forearms, push yourself up. Keep your eyes closed. Just come to a comfortable, easy seat. Just returning back full center where we began. Hands right at heart center. Chin bows down towards your chest, sealing your purpose right into your heart, letting that peace, that clarity, and that love permeate your being from the inside out. Just making that choice, that conscious decision to pursue peace today, to put it on, to wear it. And then we have that privilege of sharing that peace by getting about the give and creating never better moments for someone else in your life. Finishing off today with one Om. Go ahead and sip your breath in. Fill, fill, fill. Om.
on out and be a blessing. Namaste.